Revelation chapter 18 1-6. The Fall of Babylon Part 1. Recompense the harlot. Revelation Explained Book Chapter 51. Explanation by Leslie M. John.
Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works in the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. Revelation 18:6. After 7 angels have poured out their bowls filled with the wrath of God, John saw another angel, who had great power coming down, and as he came down the earth was filled with his glory. He cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. That was a great victory of truth prevailing over falsehood and false religious systems. Lord Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father, but by me. John 14:6. The first message of Christ's disciple Apostle Peter to the audience was that God raised Jesus from the dead, and there is no salvation in any other. He said there is no other name under heaven by which we must be saved. Compare Acts 4:10-12. Antichrist, who could appropriately be called as pseudo-Christ, is that beast which came out the sea, and that beast is the man of sin, who is also called the son of perdition. Another beast that came out the earth was the false prophet, who had the power to make the image of the first beast to speak and cause many to worship the image of the beast, and those who did not worship the image of the first beast was killed. The first beast spoke blasphemous words against God and exalted himself as God. The woman in this chapter was the mother of harlots, who was Babylon, that rode on the first beast and controlled the world's false religious systems. The kings of the world, the merchants, and captains of the ship committed fornication with her and have become pawns in the hands of that great whore. Judgment was near, and before that pseudo-Christ and false prophet are thrown into lake of fire, they are defeated by the Lord, and the angel testifies the victory of truth over falsehood by proclaiming emphatically by saying, Fallen is Babylon the Great. She has become a dwelling place for demons, a haunt for every unclean spirit, a haunt for every unclean bird, a haunt for every unclean and detestable beast. For all nations have drunk the wine of the passion of her sexual immorality, and the kings of the earth have committed immorality with her, and the merchants of the earth have grown rich from the power of her luxurious living. Rev. 18:2-3. It is twice said that Babylon the Great is fallen. She became a dwelling place for demons, a haunt for every unclean spirit, a haunt for every unclean bird, a haunt for every unclean and detestable beast. When Jesus was on this earth, he cast away the unclean spirits, evil spirits, from demon-possessed people. Compare Mark 5:13. He spoke of birds, which in scriptures are considered as evil, carried away the seed. Compare Matthew 13:4-31, and to be careful that no man may deceive his disciples, inasmuch as many shall come deceiving many in his name, saying, I am Christ. Compare Matthew 24:4-5. However, the children of God are comforted greatly in the words of John, who heard another voice from heaven that said, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. What a great invitation to the children of God that they will not be partakers of the sins committed by the whore, the mother of harlots, which is Babylon, and that they will not be tormented with plagues. When God takes care of his people, it is perfect and devoid of any flaw. His protection is complete and invincible. God said to Noah to take his wife and his 3 sons and daughters and enter into the ark. They obeyed the Lord, and after it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, every living creature outside the ark died. But the family of 8 were safe and intact in the ark, and they came out as they went into the ark. None were lost. God undertook to seal 144,000 descendants of Israel and did what he said and protected them from the man of sin. They were all seen with the Lord on Mount Zion. Compare Revelation 14:1. Jesus prayed to the Father, compare John 17:12, that all those disciples who were given by the Father to him were kept by him in Father's name, and none of them was lost, except the son of perdition, who was Judas Iscariot. In the loss of Judas Iscariot the scriptures were fulfilled. Compare Psalm 41:9. Revelation 18:20 is a great comforting verse that says, Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on her. The heaven, holy apostles, and prophets are asked to rejoice because the mother of harlots is put to tremendous shame. Mystery: Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. The great prostitute glorified herself and lived with power, as kings, merchants, and captains of the ships committed fornication with her. The Lord gave her double the torment than that she gave to the children of God. He gave her the cup filled with double the wrath than that of her cup which she filled and gave to the children of God. The time to recompense is at hand. God revealed his plans and his judgments, and blessings through the vision given to John for our guidance, reproof and admonition. The pleasures of the world, the false religious systems, and the wealth of this world are all like those who stand on slippery places. A day would come when they face unbearable shame. The end is disastrous for those who seek worldly pleasures. Know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. The psalmist said, "Until I went into the sanctuary of God, then I discerned their end. Truly you set them in slippery places, you make them fall to ruin. How they are destroyed in a moment, swept away utterly by terrors." Psalm 73:17-19 ESV.
Thank you for listening to this message from Leslie M. John. God bless.